15, 20 minutes. I got 9 questions. Here we go.
Here we go.
Tim, you're a life coach to some of the some huge celebrities like Robert Downey Jr., Kanye West, Christian Slater, who I idolized growing up, Deion Sanders, Quincy Jones, Lee Iacocca, and the list keeps going on.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your path to becoming a motivational speaker and a life coach.
Growing up, just a lower income family, but a lot of discipline. So my mother was like, don't do a halfway job. So even though we had like 7 people in a 2-bedroom apartment and we were cramped and crowded, my mindset was already getting strong just because of my mother's discipline.
Okay.
And so I was thinking big in small places even as a kid, and I kind of thought my way into the position I'm in today.
Got it. Awesome. Now, here we are, because we're filming this. I came to California for business. I happened to be able to get an interview with Tim in person, so I'm here before I head to the airport. Today's December 11th. This will air in a couple weeks, but here we are. We're wrapping up another year.
Yeah.
We're about to kick off 2019. What advice do you give your clients about goal setting for the new year?
It's important to forget what did not happen.
Okay, interesting.
And so I come from a spiritual background. My doctorate's in world religion. There's actually a scripture that says, forget about the former things and do not dwell on your past.
Okay.
For behold, new things are coming. And I think that it hits everybody's life, because many times we dwell on our past, what did not happen. But we need to get ready for the new things that are happening. And so I've been saying this for years, a comeback is not a go back. So if you've had a setback in your life, don't keep trying to go back and fix it all. A comeback is not a go back. Forget about the former things, do not dwell on the past, for behold, new things are going to happen. 2019 is going to be amazing for you.
Well, you may answer question number 3, because I think many people will look back on 2018. We didn't prepare for this, by the way, in terms of giving him the questions before. A lot of people are looking back at 2018 and they will see that they didn't achieve their goal because they suffered some sort of a setback.
Yes.
So as we head into 2019, what are some tips for overcoming the setbacks that they will encounter? Not that they've already done, but they will encounter in 2019.
Okay, so I think part of it is what you deem as a setback really may not be a setback. To set something back means to fix it, lock it, solidify, to set back. Maybe what you thought it was a setback is just really a big lesson learned.
Interesting.
So like people that had major breakups,
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't even dated the guy.
Yeah.
Big lesson learned. Or I started a business and it didn't work. Big lesson learned. So I think many clients that I work with, and we have over 200 entertainers that we work with, it's not even setbacks that they're in, they're just huge lessons learned. So let's learn the lesson and then let's apply it to 2019.
Got it.
Better way to look at it.
I absolutely love that, actually.
Yeah.
It's funny because now I'm trying to think, my mind's racing with what you're saying. But before we started this video, we had a huge talk about mindset and how important mindset is. So I'm a huge believer that anything and everything we do in life starts with the right mindset. So what are some systems and habits that you have in place or that you share with your clients to stay in that positive, motivated mindset?
Okay, so you have 2 main things. You have the ear gate and the eye gate.
Okay.
So the eye gate is what I see. The ear gate is what I hear. So I'm freakishly disciplined of what goes in my ears. So even while I'm at the gym, I am listening to TED Talks, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm listening to you. I'm constantly renewing my mind and meditating on things that are making me bigger on the inside.
Okay.
That's my ear gate. My eye gate, I'm freakishly watching what I watch. I don't just watch foolishness because other people are.
Mm-hmm.
I could even be at somebody's house that's famous,
Sure.
and they're watching something foolish. I'll just kind of like move to another room and start a conversation with somebody else until they're done. Because I really got to watch what I see. Because what goes in my ear and what I see is going to affect my mind.
Sure.
And my mindset will affect my mood set. Did you catch that?
Absolutely.
Because I'm going to rhyme now. I'm from Compton. My mindset is going to affect my mood set.
Got it.
So I literally stay in this mood that I'm in almost all the time.
Sure.
You ask anybody on my staff. I don't go up and down. Because my mindset affects my mood set.
You know, it's funny because I equate that when I'm talking to the agents that I coach. It's like riding a bike. If you look to the right, where do you go when you're riding a bike? You go to the right. So if you look to the left, you're going to go to the left. So I try. That's why I don't pay attention to the news or anything like that, because it puts you in that negative mindset. Now, here's one thing I discovered in coaching my agents.
Okay.
And we were talking about this before. We can teach them everything about how to sell real estate or whatever, and then we cover the mindset piece, right? We get them excited to get out of bed in the morning, but now they have to go and make that phone call, or they have to go and knock on that door, and fear sets in.
Yeah.
So I think if mindset is number one, fear is number two.
Yes.
So what hacks do you have to help people conquer their fear?
Okay. So one of the ways to conquer your fear is to think about what it feels like to have lack, or to be in want, or to be cramped. See, I think people need to be tired of being tired.
Okay.
Tired of being bloated, tired of being broke. You're tired of being tired of being broke, tired of being chubby. Will break your fear.
Okay.
See, when your back is up against the wall, usually that's when people do the best. If I'm dealing with an NBA player that looks like he might get cut, it's amazing how he decides to quit smoking weed and get in shape.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so a lot of the viewers today, your back has been against the wall. It's time for you to, bam, turn it up and turn it on. You'll break that fear because you're tired of being tired of being regular, tired of being bloated. Come on, man.
Man, Tim, I hope the viewers, when they watch this, can feel the energy that's coming through the screen.
There's no fear in this.
I love it.
I mean, that's why guys like Dr. Dre, myself, Kendrick Lamar, you see us walk around with a bunch of fear? No. We wanted to break the cycle of Compton and do well. So therefore, here we go.
Here we are. Now, I'm a fan of common denominators. Love common denominators. And I've seen I think by the time this airs, this will be about my 30th episode of the show. So, but I've seen that throughout my interviews, a lot of the successful people share the same traits. So what are some of the common denominators that you see among the successful people that you coach, and where can our viewers go to learn about those skills?
Okay. The best of the best are good listeners.
Okay.
And when I say the best of the best, I've had an unusual life where I get to be around people like Ali Iacocca. I mean, Iacocca, before your Elon Musk and other guys that are riding high today, what Iacocca did in the 70s, 80s, 90s is huge. He's been one of my life coaches for 25 years.
Okay.
A Quincy Jones, life coaching me today. We're like family. Someone like a Vidal Sassoon.
No relation.
Brilliant mind up in heaven now. These guys are all phenomenal listeners. So I would listen to them, but they'd listen to me. So that one of the traits of the greats, you gotta be a great listener. Because we all have thoughts, we all want to give our little opinions. Be a listener. Mostly when you get around someone like this man right here, listen, pay attention. Pay attention, be a good listener.
You know, what's that old adage? You have 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. It's crazy how, I'm 40 now.
Yeah.
I heard that out when I was a kid. That adage hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. Now, what are three more questions. Mm-hmm. What are some concrete steps that a person can take to achieve a fulfilling work-life balance?
Okay. So, number one, you have to understand that your life can have balance. A lot of people are challenging that in the self-help space.
Yeah.
I believe you can have balance. You have your physical life, your spiritual life, your mental life, your financial, your job, your family, your social life. I believe you can prosper in every area of your life. So to me, we turn down a lot of stuff. Like so many things that come to me, I've got to turn down because I'm going to go hang out with my son. Or I want to go eat dinner with my daughter. Or my 87-year-old mother needs me to take her to the doctor. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm glad that this celebrity is doing an opening of something, sure. But I got to go do something with my mother. And I'm totally serious about this.
I believe it.
So I believe that you can have balance, and it's in that balance that the greatness comes.
So what are some steps to getting to that balance?
Okay, the steps to getting the balance is by finding mentors that have the balance.
Interesting.
So all the guys that are screaming, I'm on my grind, I'm on my grind. Okay, congratulations. You know, I beat the sun. I beat the sun up. Yeah, go take a nap. Okay. I believe I'm being on your grind, but I also believe in chilling and watching a Laker game.
Sure.
So I am so in the moment, but yet I'm running 8 companies. You saw me just walking here all chilled in my house today, right?
Yeah. We're interviewing in his house.
Okay, so I've been up since 5, kicking butt, like in a crazy way.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till tonight.
Yeah.
I just got started. All right, but at the same time saying, hey, do you need water? Or what do you need? Or man, can't believe you're here.
Yeah.
Balance.
You know, it's interesting because everybody does talk about the grind all the time, 24/7, no days off. And my wife is a pediatrician, and she has every Thursday morning off. So you talked about your kids. My wife and I have 4 boys.
Yeah.
3 with my wife. They're 11 and 8-year-old twins.
Yes.
And I take every Thursday morning off for 2 hours. And when I tell you that 99% of the ideas I've had that I've implemented to make my company better have come from the 2 hours when I'm off, because I'm not in the weeds. I step out, I take a break, and that's where all the magic happens.
No doubt about it. So to me, because I'm a supernatural thinker, is that I believe that God blesses our rest. And if you're a person who believes in that kind of God stuff, that he even rested on the 7th day. So I believe in rest.
Sure.
So in the replenishing, I'm stepping out in faith by resting. By chilling with my family, that's saying I got faith in my higher power that he's still working it out, even though I'm hanging out with my family.
Got it.
Bam, you know how powerful that is?
I hear you.
Come on, we're doing some life-changing stuff here.
There is some life-changing stuff here. Now, so let's talk about that. I have a favorite question that I've asked a lot of business people, and I'm actually looking forward to your answer about this.
Okay.
What's one thing that our viewers can do on a daily basis to change your life for the better?
Watch an interview several times a week. It doesn't have to be every day.
Okay. What type of interview?
Here's what I do. I love Pharrell Williams. I want to see what Pharrell's saying. I want to see what Jay-Z's saying. I want to see what Malcolm Gladwell's saying. I was just watching Malcolm Gladwell last night. So, me, probably 5 out of 7 days, I am watching some interview on YouTube or somewhere of what they think about life, their hardships. Dave Chappelle, was that really a breakdown? Was it not? See, success leaves clues. Dude, I'm looking for clues in those interviews.
Interesting.
So 5 out of 7 days, man, I'm watching interviews. I watched 2 interviews today already.
Okay. Well, so this is a great way to end the interview with my last question.
Yeah.
What's a good book, TED Talk, or podcast recommendation, or all 3?
Okay.
For the audience.
So more than all my buddies' books, because most of these books they read, I know these people, these are my buddies. I like reading autobiographies or biographies.
Okay.
Okay, so like, if I read about the life of somebody like Gianni Versace, I didn't know Versace passed. But when I read a book about his life and to see what he went through, I'm like, man, that guy went through stuff. Or the book that David Bowie wrote about his life, I'm like, whoa, you know, he had that one song, Fame, I liked it, he seemed a little weird. But you see his background, I'm super into biographies. Read about other people's lives, and you'll start to see the similarities that no matter where they came from, what part of the world, we're all going through stuff.
Yeah, we all do definitely go through stuff. I have behind the scenes, there's a journal I have back there, and I have found that when I start going through stuff, I start writing it down. And I realize that when I write it down, it just gives me clarity as to my landscape and what's happening in my life.
Beautiful.
Last question, because we're done. I don't have actually any more questions. Do you have any parting words for the audience?
My parting words are, I'm proud of you. To be in your 40s like you are, and to be doing what you're doing in all these areas and all these spaces, I think you're just picking up momentum. And you'll watch this video back, and you're going to see that I was correct in what I said. You're just picking up momentum. And once you learn to conquer certain things, it gives you a confidence. And so you're walking in a swag that I like, that's not ego, but it's a swag that like, I know that I know. It's like Michael Jordan had that swag, LeBron's got that swag, you got that swag. So to you, I want to say I'm proud of you. The best is yet to come. Thanks for coming to my house.
Thanks, Tim. Thank you so much. I love what I do. I love running my company. I love hosting these shows. I love meeting great people. I just love what you do.
Yeah.
Tim, thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We're done.
Man, you didn't lie.